Hello, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message. Keep in mind, guys, timing and energy is fluid. This could play out at any point in time. The message may or may not be for you, so just take what resonates, leave behind the rest, and let's get into it. I like to talk about the astrology aspects. I like to talk about what I channel sitting in the astrology aspects, and then I like to pull in with some cards. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to like the videos, comment on the videos, share it. The videos helps to circulate the content. It helps the channel to grow, and it encourages me to put more content out there. It lets me know that you enjoy the messages that I put out there. So let's get into it. We've got the Sun conjunct Mercury today. We also have the moon entering into Gemini, and so we are in this major energy of confronting our inner demons. We also had the Sun quincunx Lilith exact yesterday, and so we're still feeling those energies. The buildup probably imploded yesterday when it comes to suppressed feelings, and so right now we're in a major intense shift going on within the collective, right? We're on the journey towards enlightenment. I was sitting in the energy of the Sun and the High Priestess with the Fool and the Six of Wands, and so we are on the path to success, to enlightenment, to spiritual accomplishment, but we also have to sit in the energy of the Strength with the Five of Swords, which is confronting our inner demons, facing any challenges that are coming our way head on and facing them with grace and courage. And I do feel Mercury retrograde is allowing us to temper the energy of shoot now and ask questions later. But I felt this shift. I felt this shift take place where it felt like a very intense collective shock. So I do feel many are going through like a tower moment, a shift in belief. Maybe you're feeling awkward when it comes to embracing your shadow self or your taboo desires that have been suppressed because of the status quo or society expectations. And so when we suppress our feelings, then nothing really works, right? And so a lot of us have very strong personalities and we're very bold. And I had that conversation with a girlfriend before jumping on to record the message of how bold my energy can be and that it can be very intimidating. It's not the fact that I come in as an intimidator. It's just intimidating when somebody is authentic and grounded in their truth, right? But I feel the energy is attracting new ideas, unconventional approaches to life moving forward. And so we have to become comfortable embracing our gifts, embracing our authenticity. And when the tower comes, it can be very overwhelming, right? When we are awakened to the truth of where we've been misguided by falsehoods throughout our lives when it comes to old, outdated beliefs, pattern structures. And so right now there's this overwhelming collective desire, I feel, to follow our instincts. The Aries energy is pushing us to follow our instincts. And so a lot of us too, on the flip side with the moon and Gemini, we want to fit in. And so there's a lot of dualistic weighing of the pros and the cons right now. And so it's uncomfortable to come out of your shell. It's uncomfortable to come out of the South Node or the comfort zone. So with the moon in Gemini, I feel the nodes that are most affected over the coming days are going to be mutable nodes. And so we are encouraged to take charge. We can't keep being passive in our lives. We can't keep being passive when it comes to initiating change. Then we're letting others make decisions for us and taking charge. And so we've got to put in the effort to build our confidence, to build the life that we want, and to be able to challenge the status quo. But it's also challenging our beliefs as well. And so right now, the energy is in a lot of discomforting triggers coming up when it comes to aspects of our identity. Because the Chiron in Aries energy, the wounded healer energy, is all about self-identity right now. And so we all have some type of an identity wound and a core wound. And so right now, I feel we're being asked to be very clear with our boundaries, with our strengths. I think a lot of us are being questioned when it comes to our goals and our ambitions and our desires, if we're breaking free from the mold or the status quo. And so you might be confronted right now by a lot of people. 444 on the timer, I noticed. And so it's definitely scary. You might feel afraid of embracing changes. Maybe you're afraid of being consumed of the urge to create changes. And so the energy is actually just feeling overwhelming collectively. And so I think a lot of us are being challenged, though, as well, to stand up for ourselves, to advocate for ourselves, to advocate for the life that we want, and to advocate for our gifts and our skills. And so I think many of us, I feel, are in a position of maybe navigating a difficult situation. This could be connected to career, family, love, your children, or, you might be facing a conflict with a parent or a close loved one that can no longer be avoided. And so I was shown the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the action taker, and the King of Wands came through in yesterday's daily message. So I'll tag it throughout with a video card, and I will tag it to the end if you didn't catch yesterday's reading. But I think right now we're being asked to put in the effort. The Aries energy is like, take action on behalf of yourself. And so we have to be confident in ourselves to take action on behalf of ourselves. We also have to follow our intuitive instincts, our intuitive hunches, and we have to overcome any shadow inhibitions. And so in order to be true to our authentic desires, we have to be true to ourselves. And so maybe you need to back down from a certain stance. We don't have to fight fire with fire. And so it can be very uncomfortable finding your voice. But I think the alternative is stifling your truth and stifling your voice. And then you feed the fear of not being able to speak up for yourself. And so we're learning to build confidence, I feel, as well. And many of us go through this awakening, and we have to learn how to develop a new thought process, a new way of being. We have to develop new spiritual skills, maybe, and we have to learn to advocate for ourselves. And so right now it's an ideal time, I feel, to advocate for ourselves and to push through any triggers, because the energy is feeling conflicting, right? It's a conflict between the old world and the new world order. And so our message might feel stifled if we don't have the confidence to deliver that message, which can lead to aggression and lashing out, especially if you're not feeling heard. And so there's like almost like a temptation to exert power and control, or to exert authority, which can lead to a lot of unpredictable actions. So just be mindful, because I think passions are surfacing, and with passion surfacing, it could be passionate love or hate. And so we kind of got to lightly test the waters is a message, especially if you're self-conscious about a decision. And so people will come to create and plant seeds of doubt when you are certain about your path. And so don't play into any self-conscious behaviors or thought patterns connected to a decision that you need to make, because if you feed the insecurities, then that will lead to power and control issues, is what I feel. And so right now we're being pushed to explore, but we don't want to take things to the extreme. And so we're also learning our limits. And a lot of times we learn through trial and error. That is how we learn, by making mistakes, trial and error. And so sometimes it's awkward to step into maybe coming out of the spiritual closet sometimes, or sharing new spiritual ideas or topics, or just anything too, when it comes to sharing your true feelings and your true desires. That can be uncomfortable if you've never really opened Pandora's box and let all of your snakes come out in an intimate relationship. But I felt a very intense shock. I felt a tower within the collective, and I do feel this is strongly coming through. So get ready to advocate for yourself, to stand up for yourself, to put in the effort, to go after what it is that you desire. But let's jump in with some cards. Before jumping in with the cards, I would like to mention there is now an option to join the membership side of the channel. So if you'd like to become a channel member, I go live every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time on the membership side of the channel. I post a birthday reading every month for each of the zodiacs, and I also post some bonus content over there when I get added downloads connected to the Twin Flame Collective. So if you'd like to join us over there, it's a place of growth and expansion. I'd love to have you over there. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, there is also a new webpage. Check out the new webpage, booking a reading with me. I'd love to get that booked in. But let's jump in with some cards. I'm really trying to think about what are we going to go in with today. I think we're going to start today with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. Let's see what needs to come through. Mastery, igniting your passions. And so we are on the precipice of concluding a lesson, enlightenment. And so a lot of us have been on the healing path for a long time now. And it's time to take the bandage off, right? It's time to take the bandage off. We've done a lot of work. Enough deep-seated healing has been reached to conclude a lesson here, to ignite a new cycle. And so somebody here, I feel, is figuring out what really ignites passion in their life. This could definitely be related to work. And so this is a big message about breaking free from the status quo and doing things differently. We're going into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of technology, and using technology to our benefit. And so in these eclipse energies, we are encouraged to honor the soul, the mind, and the body as sacred. And so nourish yourself as you ignite your passions. And so we have to also make space for the new. We are in a major collective portal of awakening, soul awakening. People are awakening to their higher conscious states, to their higher soul's identity, which is creating almost like a crisis, an identity crisis in the 3D world. As we ascend the lower patterns and we join others as part of this massive global awakening, it is absolutely terrifying. And so we are in a collective portal of souls awakening. Many are awakening. Some of us have been on the path for years as the way showers. And so I feel there's a certain level of detachment going on too. And so we're detaching the ego, which has had a tight hold on these patterns that are outdated. And there is a higher power at work here moving us forward. So if you are a channeler, you are encouraged to shine that light. Maybe there's somebody here that is a little resistant to stepping into mastering their abilities of being a channeler. We all have the ability to convey messages from spirit by quieting the mind and learning to meditate, practicing openness to receiving the messages and the guidance from spirit. A lot of us have a purpose here too, to shine our light, to reconnect with source. Many in the collective are going to need our light coming up here. So I think a lot of us are being pushed into leadership. So be open to receive that. The higher power is saying, hey, yeah, it's tough right now. It's tough in the world right now. And I feel it's really time to step up and assist others with their awakening. So if you found me, you're on the path. So I think divine timing is saying we're in a major portal of disconnecting, detaching, and cutting all of those toxic energy cords, preparing for long-term stability and learning karmic lessons. So there's a breakthrough at hand. There's a closing of a cycle. We're working through pain. We're working through fear. We're mastering lessons. We're turning any challenges into an opportunity for growth. And so we all come here for this human experience to learn and grow. It's the school of life, right? And so is that or the game of life? Maybe the game of life. But we're in a major portal of resolution, resolving past issues, resolving past relationship pain, and clearing old unhealthy memories, unwanted cords or attachments. So divine timing is saying, hey, it's time to disconnect and to embrace this breakthrough. Yeah, there is definitely somebody here I'm talking to that has done a lot of healing connected to trauma and wounds or family patterns or ancestral patterns. And it's time to step into being a teacher or a teaching role. And so we all evolve. Everything grows, everything evolves. And so we can't keep staying stuck. If the lesson's been learned, it's time to receive the lesson. It's time to move on and take the gift with you, right? And sometimes the gift is a box of darkness that you need to sort through in order to understand your human experience and your identity. So in order to really impart wisdom, we do have to do that deep-seated healing. We have to understand why these wounds cause a negative impact, the role we play in perpetuating the wounds and the pattern, and we have to release and heal. So let's jump in with some cards and let's see what else needs to come through. I'm really guided to the Angel Tarot cards again today. And I have the Light Seers deck here that I will clarify with. So we get 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles, and Knight of Water or Knight of Cups. And so emotions are running deep. I feel there's a lot of fears surrounding money, I feel collectively too. Many are facing financial struggle, financial impediments. There's fears surrounding money, fears surrounding love. And so when we are closed off in the heart, though, money won't be flowing either. And so nothing is disconnected from one another. So We also do need to have the wisdom to learn when to accept help from others. And I've had a lot of people reach out to say, hey, take all the help that you'll get on this homeschooling journey. And I'm taking all the help that I can get. But I also feel with the Knight of Cups, there is like a contemplative energy going on when it comes to maybe a proposal or an offer. It doesn't have to be a wedding proposal, but a proposal is like an offer, or like, hey, I'm going to propose this to you. There's a need to keep your emotions balanced here. There's also this feeling of being left out, right? Or feeling like you're left out, or maybe there's uncertainty connected around a decision or self-employment. But this is like an invitation to do some deep emotional exploration is really what I feel coming through here. So let's give these cards a shuffle. Let's see what else needs to come through. Let me know what you think of the message so far down in the comments. But let's do 9 cards, 9 of air. So get out of the head. What do I say is get out of my dreams and into my car. But let's see, unity on the bottom of the deck. So that's all about beliefs, shift in beliefs, unity, consciousness, right? Okay, we get the Page of Air. So there is a need to explore some challenging information. There might be challenging communication, but I feel you're not going to want to be too impulsive with communication. I feel honest communication, triggering curiosity. There might be some challenges or changes to plans or delays, but this is truth being delivered. Wow, the Page of Earth. So Page of Swords, Page of Earth, Queen of Earth. She came through yesterday. So we could have Queen of Earth here delivering some honest, open communication. Somebody here that is very dependable, maybe very successful, maybe an entrepreneur, maybe a successful business owner here, learning to make time for all of the things in her life. Truth is being delivered here. There's good news coming. I do feel if you're worried about money, there's good news coming connected to some financial matters. This is about embracing doing something more with life. And maybe it's challenging. Maybe there's going to be a new seed planted when it comes to a new study or a new business opportunity, but deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So that's reiterating what I channeled before pulling with the cards. We get the Ace of Fire. So there's that, where did that go? There's that, oh, it was on the cut. The shine in your light energy, it was like the Ace of Wands. But anyway, there's a new exciting opportunity here. A new idea, a new career idea. A lot of changes are going on right now. Advancement, spiritual advancement. We get the 9 of Earth. So we've got a very strong, independent energy coming through that is successfully maybe self-employed. And the High Priestess. We definitely have a feminine coming through again today. A very successful feminine who follows her intuition, who considers her plans carefully before acting. And then we get the nine of Fire. We've got a wounded healer here. We do have a wounded healer here that is likely a teacher that is very warm, very thoughtful, very creative, very intuitive, that has not given up on her dreams. So below the Ace of Fire is the 9 of Fire. So we got a 10 of Wands here. So there's like the completion of a cycle for sure, the laying down of a burden. And so somebody here is protecting what they've created. They've had the courage to believe in themselves, and they're coming into a time of balance. So if this is you, I think moderation, cooperation, compromise are all big energies surrounding you, closing out a cycle of healing. The 4 of Air. Wait for the perfect timing. It's still time to take a rest. It's time to heal. It's time to purge. It's time to rest. It's time to allow space before moving forward. So the seed's already been planted. Somebody here has really been loyal and dedicated to their effort of building a new foundation of self. That's what it feels like here. And so buckle down. It's time to buckle down. It's time to get things done. It's time to honor your commitments. And I do feel there's somebody here that has a guardian angel watching over them. And so there's that 5 of Swords. So maybe it's time to face an unwise choice. Or maybe you're learning from a past difficult situation, but there's a reviewal. And what I want to say is everyone's motives, I feel, are being revealed. And then we get the King of Air. So we do have truth coming to light. Look at that. And the Knight of Cups below that, which was on the cut with the 5 of Earth. So we have a masculine energy now coming through that needs to speak up with confidence. I think they're expecting the worst. Maybe they'd made an unwise choice in the past. A lot of unicorns on the cards coming through with the air energy. And so somebody here is struggling with sleepless nights, maybe needing to seek out some professional advice. There's a rebalancing between the head and the heart. Somebody's really been considering an unwise choice, or maybe they're afraid to come forward with a proposal. And there is fear surrounding money. I do think somebody needs to come in and close up a cycle and a very difficult situation to embrace some change. So there is change. I do think recovering from Tower Moment, I think things will start to get better coming up here very soon. And so open your heart and your mind is a big message. Let's clarify the Nine of Earth. So think of the Nine of Pentacles as time. This might be a seed that has been planted now, but the transformation might take a complete process of 9 months. Pentacles is the slowest energy. It's the final suit of the tarot. And so this might be a 9-month transition, but the seed's already been planted. Let's clarify the Nine of Earth. Taurus energy coming through. King of Earth. So we have a true pair on the board. I think there's a very successful connection coming through here. Confidently accept any offers or opportunities that are being offered to you. Somebody I feel is very responsible, very professional, very practical. This could be just an inner union of your masculine and feminine. We've got somebody here very determined to build the life of their dreams. And we get the Three of Cups now. And then on the bottom of the deck, we get the Two of Earth. So there's a decision being made. I think there's a lot, maybe too much going on all at once. There's a lot going on all at once. And that's usually the perfect portal to create manifested change. But I do feel there's a need to make a decision. Somebody's really considered their options, maybe juggled their options. But I feel it's a time of celebration. This Three of Cups is saying it's time to celebrate. There's a need to enjoy life again. And so somebody here has the Midas touch. I think get ready. There's blocks here. Maybe somebody needs to get rid of a stalemate first. But there's this energy of protecting the hoard is what I want to say, protecting the hoard. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. 22, 17, 22, 22. Okay, King of Fire. So he come through yesterday. Focus, focus, focus. King of Fire, the Sun. There's that King of Wands energy. There's the illumination. And there's time's up, right? So planting a seed. Seeds well planted. I think there's like a temporary pause, a temporary purge before commencing. So release any unnecessary worry. Somebody here is getting ready to communicate their visions. There's going to be a happy outcome, maybe come into Lionsgate. So find your strength. It takes great inner strength to release harsh judgments of others, to forgive and show yourself compassion. And I do feel there's going to be an unexpected choice in love. And this is a very significant life event or life experience coming in, a divinely guided soulmate of some sort. So get ready to receive a powerful revelation or aha moment that's going to lead to massive unexpected changes. So let's get a closing message. Let's get a closing message and see what else the universe has for the collective today. Self-love. Self-love really is the key. That's interesting. That came through in my tarot class, right? Nobody's going to love you like you're going to love yourself. And so 61 is the reversal of the Tower is what I want to say. So a lot of truth about self-love, because self-love does bring in a healing love partnership. So pay attention to your health. I do feel we are restoring collective abundance at this time. So get ready for an invitation or some type of an event to help you recover. Things are about to get better, and that's what I have for a message today. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.